Hey guys, welcome. Today I have a huge empties. I have a ton of stuff that I have finished off. This is body care, hygiene, self-care. This is all sorts of different things, including body care. So if that sounds interesting, I would love if you stick around and watch this video. Also, if you do enjoy content like this, I would also love for you to take a moment and hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. And we're going to go ahead and get right into this. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get started. So I have all my empties right to the side of me. When we go through these, I will tell you guys if I would repurchase or not repurchase these products. Also, these are in no specific order whatsoever. This is just whatever I'm pulling out of the bin. First up, I do have this body wash from Dove. This is in the scent Cinnamon Pumpkin Pie. This is what it looked like. This is okay. It's not like the best scent in the world to me. It does give kind of a pumpkin pie kind of feel. It's a little bit gourmand because that pumpkin is pretty sweet in here, and you do get a good amount of cinnamon in this scent as well. I have been able to use body wash lately, so I have been using some body washes, and I really have had no bad reactions. If you guys have been watching my videos for a while now, you guys would know I used to only be able to use bar soap. Like every body wash made me irritated. So I just went ahead and started trying some out, and then I all of a sudden did not have any issues with the body washes. So I'm super excited that I can try out more body washes. This one right here, as far as repurchasing this one, I do not think I would repurchase this one unless it was fall again. So maybe for fall next year, I would repurchase this one. But at this point, I would not repurchase this one for this year again. I think the scent is okay. It's not my favorite scent from Dove, but it's decent. Next, I finished off this Vampire Blood hand soap. This one is from Bath and Body Works. I think this one was cute. It had the little bat and everything, so it was pretty festive. I actually did get this one on sale. I think it was less than $2 when I did pick this one up. This is a really nice one. I do like Vampire Blood. I've always liked Vampire Blood, and I do love it in the body care. It's one of my favorite Halloween scents. The notes on Vampire Blood are red berries, night blooming jasmine, and petrifying plum. I would buy this again if it was under $2 on sale, or if it's next year, I would repurchase this one again as well. I also finished off this Dove body scrub. This is when they did that collab with Crumble. I'm not sure if these products are still available anymore, but this one was all right. This one was in strawberry crumb cake, and it was a collab with Crumble. I think the top of this one is super cute. This one was described as notes of rich strawberry cookie topped with vanilla glaze and buttery crumbs, inspired by a crumble cookie classic. As you can see, I pretty much finished this one off to the bottom. This was a nice sweet strawberry scent, and it did lean more toward the gourmand side. I didn't feel like I got as much cookie as I could have. Like, this came off more as just a strawberry scent, more of a sweet strawberry scent. You could get a little bit of that cookie in there, but just not a whole lot. So would I repurchase this again? Most likely not. These Dove scrubs are a very fine grit body scrub. It's more like a polish. It's okay once in a while, but I actually do prefer a heavier grit body scrub. So that's why I probably would pass on this one, because the scent was okay. It wasn't the best. Like, if this was the best scent in the world, of course I would want to repurchase this. But the scent fell a little flat for me, and the scrub is not my favorite scrub. So I probably would not repurchase this again. I have another body scrub right here. This one is actually from Victoria's Secret Pink. So I finished off this one as well. This one is called Juicy Strawberry. The top of this one is pretty cute. It says it's strawberry season. This one was described as a deliciously fluffy, fruity body scrub made with strawberry extract and silky smooth squalene. The grit in this one was a little bit grittier. Pink body scrubs tend to kind of foam up, and I actually don't really like that. I don't really like when a body scrub foams up. I like to actually just be able to feel that grit and scrub my body down. When it starts foaming up, I feel like the body scrub action kind of dies down. So I prefer them not to foam, and this one kind of foamed up a little bit. As far as the smell, I thought this one smelled delicious. I would repurchase this one for the smell. But as far as the type of scrub, I probably would not. And I found a lot of pink body scrubs do that same kind of thing. Like they kind of foam up a little bit. And I'm just not a huge fan of that. As you guys can see, I did finish off pretty much all of this. Honestly, after thinking about it more, I do not think I would repurchase this product because I just did not like the foaming action in this one. Next, I have this hand soap from Soft Soap. This is in the scent A plus Apple. This scent was just kind of a generic apple scent. It wasn't bad and it wasn't great. I like these little soft soaps though because they're very affordable. I usually pick them up at Target and they have a ton of different scents. They don't really let the scent linger on your hands too long, but I really don't mind that because as far as hand soap, I don't really mind it not lingering around forever. I like my body care to linger, but as far as hand soap, I'm really not that picky about that. So this one did just fine. It smelled really good. It was kind of like a sweet, fresh apple scent. So I would definitely repurchase this one again. I have another soft soap. So this one is called Back to Cool. It says it's a blueberry scent. Honestly, I feel like I really couldn't get much blueberry out of this. It kind of just smelled a little bit sweet and clean. I feel like I didn't really get much of a blueberry scent. I don't know if I just wasn't smelling it or if it was very faint. So I probably would not repurchase this specific scent again. Of course, I would repurchase soft soaps again because those are one of my go-tos. I went through 2 of these mouthwashes. This is just the multi-action mouthwash. It's an anti-cavity fluoride rinse. It is a knockoff for the Listerine Fresh Mint anti-cavity mouthwash, which I do kind of go back and forth. Like sometimes I do use the Listerine one, but I usually just pick up this one because it's just so much cheaper in comparison. These are actually generic mouthwashes from Target. They're only like $3.99. Definitely a really good deal. When you get the Listerine one, it's actually like way more than that. I'm not exactly sure how much right now, but these do the same thing for me. They work just as good. So I just get the generic ones and I would definitely repurchase these again. I did go through these women's multiple vitamins. This is just from the Equate brand, which if you guys don't know, the Equate brand is like the Walmart generic brand. So these ones were fine though. I didn't really have any issues or anything. They worked well. I do like to take a multivitamin every single day. So these worked pretty well. I would definitely repurchase these again. I went through this 91% alcohol. So this is what I use to clean my eyelashes. This gets all that glue and gunk off my eyelashes so I can save them and reuse them because I like to use my eyelashes more than once, but I do like to keep them clean and I like to keep the bacteria off of them because I am not even trying to get an eye infection. So of course I would repurchase this again. I already have. I do have some in my bathroom. I have these daily fiber gummies. I usually always have these in my empties. I kind of actually stopped taking some fiber, so I don't know. I'm going kind of back and forth because I was having some stomach issues the last few weeks, just not really feeling hungry and kind of having just some stomach issues. I think it's just viruses going around or something. So I actually eased up on my fiber intake. I mean, when I get back to normal, I will most likely start taking my fiber again. So I will most likely repurchase these again. I went through 10 of these Silky Touch Bic razors. These are just the double blade razors. I prefer just a double blade because when I get more than 2 blades on a razor, I somehow get razor burn every single time. So I just stick with these cheap disposable razors because they work well. And then you can just throw them away and not worry about them like they're disposable. So once you're done with it, just throw it away and use a new one. So these are really handy for me. I've used these since I was a teenager. These are like one of the only ones that really work for me because like I've said, when I've tried other razors, I get like horrible razor burn, but my skin is pretty sensitive. So that's probably why. I would definitely repurchase these again. I've repurchased these so many times I can't even count. I did go through a couple of these Dove soaps, and this is the Shea Butter scent. This is my favorite scent, I think, for the Dove soap. I prefer this this over the sensitive one, over the original, over all of them, because this is kind of just a smooth scent and it goes with so many different products. So when I use this, it doesn't feel too clean smelling when I use like a gourmand scrub or anything like that. So I like how this doesn't really clash with any of my other body products. So I went through 2 of these so far that I saw in this bin. I would definitely repurchase, but I do have a ton more bars in my closet. I have a couple of these toothpaste. These are from Target. I purchased these at Target. This is the Hello brand, and I get the anti-plaque and whitening fluoride-free toothpaste. I really like this one. I have very sensitive teeth and gums. Ever since I had braces taken off, I really have sensitive gums. So this one is one that I found that really does work for me. Sensodyne does work, but there's a lot of sensitive ones that do not work for my gum issues. This one is anti-plaque and whitening, but there's no fluoride in here. I do use the mouthwash with the fluoride in it. So, I mean, I get a little bit of fluoride, but this is just what works for me. So I will definitely be repurchasing this again. I finished off this body cream from Bath & Body Works. This one is called Vanilla Confetti Sparkle. This is like a cake scent. You guys know I love cake scent, so I loved this one, but I felt like I needed to get through this one because it was kind of going bad. It was going off and separating a little bit, so I really didn't want it to go totally bad. I wanted to use it up before it could, so I actually ended up using this as a shaving cream. The fragrance notes on here are creamy cake frosting, rainbow sprinkles, and vanilla bean. I would definitely repurchase this if they bring back this scent. I will definitely be getting some. I also went through this body cream from Bath & Body Works as well. This one is called Whipped Coconut Milkshake. This came out during an SAS a while ago. This is the same kind of issue. It was separating. So I didn't want this to go bad, so I brought it into the shower and just finished it off as a shaving cream. This is a coconut scent. I was hoping this would actually be more gourmand than it actually was. The notes on this one were vanilla ice cream, toasted coconut, and sugared amber. I'm not really sure if I would repurchase this one or not. This one was okay. I like other coconut scents better. Like if they brought back coconut cream pie, I would be all over that scent, but this one wasn't my favorite. So I don't know. I might pass if it came back around. I went through another body scrub. This is from Victoria's Secret Pink. This is the pink apple one, and this is the softening body scrub. It has apple AHA and apple exfoliants. This is kind of messy once I took the cap off to show you guys. So that's what it looks like. I finished off pretty much all of it. There's a little tiny bit in the bottom there, but I was just done with this one. I've had this one in my collection for quite a while, so I just need to use this one up and move it out, which I did. Would I repurchase this again? Well, I did really like the scent, but as far as the scrub, I probably would not. I prefer other scrubs to Victoria's Secret Pink scrubs at this point, so I probably wouldn't get this specific scrub, but I think the pink apple scent in general is really good. I went through a couple of these loose powders by CoverGirl. These are just the clean invisible powders. It's a little bit messy, so sorry guys, but I always get this and finish them off. I will definitely be getting more. This is like my go-to finishing powder. I always use this powder to set my foundation. This is just the translucent fair in 105. That's pretty much what I always use. Definitely will be repurchasing. I have another soft soap that I finished off. This one is in Summer Lemonade. I would get this scent again, especially if it was around summer. I think lemon scents are really great for the kitchen, so that's usually where I use a good lemon scented hand soap. I did go through a shampoo and conditioner in this Dove brand. This is the Bond Strength Damage Therapy one. So I went through both of these. They were okay. They weren't my favorite. They were very affordable though. I don't think I would repurchase these again in the future. I mean, there's a possibility I would. It wasn't an awful product, but I just think that there's a lot of other shampoos that I would like to try more. So I most likely will not repurchase this. but I mean, there is a possibility I could. It wasn't a horrible product or anything like that. I think it did work. It was just, not working as much as I thought it could. So I've used other products that I've enjoyed more. So most likely I would not repurchase this. I finished off another Dove scrub. This is in the scent Hot Cocoa. It's pretty much all gone. I actually picked this one up last year. So this one was around for a while. I ended up finishing it off. I realized I'm not a huge fan of hot chocolate type scents. There's some chocolate scents that are really good, but as far as just liking a chocolate scent, I'm not a huge fan. So I didn't pick up any more hot chocolate body care this season because I just didn't enjoy it that much. It was even hard getting through this little one for me. So I think I'm just not a chocolate body care person. I most likely would not repurchase this same exact scent again, but it was okay while it lasted. I went through this pack of brow touch-up razors. These are really handy just to get that excess hair off your brow without having to like tweeze all of it or wax them or anything like that. So I do enjoy a good facial razor once in a while for around my brows. I went through more multivitamins. So this is also another women multi gummies. This is by Centrum. These are okay. They worked. So, I mean, I would repurchase them again. And more vitamins. So these are more multivitamins. This is the Vita Fusion Women's Multi. So I would probably repurchase these again too. When it comes to multivitamins, I just usually purchase whatever's on sale that's a women's multivitamin gummy. Sometimes I don't even get the women's one if you just get like the general one, but I do enjoy a gummy multivitamin. Those feel like they digest a lot better in my system than an actual pill. I have another soft soap, hand soap here, and this one is in the scent Melon Ice Pops. I did like this scent, so I definitely would repurchase. I did finish off this native deodorant. This is in the scent by the Girl Scout cookies, the trifle scent. This is like a plain kind of cookie scent. It's kind of like a butter cookie kind of scent. I actually really enjoyed this one. I thought it was pretty good. I purchased this on sale. These native deodorants take me forever to go through. I would definitely repurchase this one again. I liked the scent as well, so I would repurchase that scent. But unfortunately, I don't think they have this anymore because the Girl Scouts collab is over. So most likely they will not be bringing this back. I went through 2 of these false lashes by Kiss. These are my favorites. These are from the Lash Couture collection. This is in the triple push-up line, and this is in Teddy. I always get the Teddy ones. I love these lashes. These are my absolute favorite lashes that I do get. So I pretty much stick with just these because they're very comfortable. I went through this Tresemme Heat Protectant Styling Spray. This I just use before I blow dry my hair, and I also use it before I straighten my hair, and it seems to work pretty well. So would I repurchase? Yes, and I have repurchased. I also went through this Cetaphil moisturizing lotion. This is like just their basic lotion. It's for normal to dry skin. This is my favorite face lotion. It works really great for me because I have very sensitive skin. So this moisturizes without causing any kind of other problems for me. So I use this almost on a daily basis. So I would definitely repurchase this again. I went through 3 of these e.l.f. eyeliner pens. I love these. These are just the eyeliner pens, and I get them in black. So I go through these pretty often, but they're pretty inexpensive. These are actually only like $4 for one, so it's not too bad. It doesn't last the longest, but they work really well, and they're very precise and bold. So I enjoy these. I will definitely repurchase more. I went through these Tums Chewy Bites. Like I told you guys, I've been having some stomach issues. I found these Chewy Bites Tums actually work really well. Like these work better than Tums. I like them better than like Pepto-Bismol or other things. So I've been sticking to these because they've been working really well, and they actually taste like candy. I would definitely repurchase these again. I went through 2 of these Maybelline Fit Me foundations. I always get the matte versions. I've been getting the 112 in natural ivory, but I am changing it up and getting a little bit lighter now. I would definitely repurchase this again. I've repurchased this foundation for years. It is getting pricier and pricier. They keep raising the price like a little bit more and more and more. So it is getting higher priced, but it is a decent product. So I mean, I would repurchase this. I also went through this super strong Lash Couture strip lash adhesive. This is just the clear one. This is what I usually use to put my lashes on. I would definitely repurchase. I have this little eyeshadow single. This is actually from Maybelline, and this is in the color Vanilla 100. So it's just a white. I would definitely repurchase this again and I like to use this kind of for a base for my eyeshadow. So I use this kind of on my whole entire eyelid to kind of brighten it up. So I definitely will be repurchasing this. We're almost done, guys. Just a couple more things. So I did go through this sleep aid. This helps me sleep through the night when I'm having trouble. This is just from Equate. This is the maximum strength one. I always get the one with this, I don't even know how to say it, but I can't use melatonin because it messes with me too much. But this right here works for me really well. So this is what I use when I cannot sleep. Definitely a repurchase. Last but not least, I have a little eyeshadow palette. This is a tiny little eyeshadow palette, and this is by Essence. This one was called My Rose Will Go On. It's kind of rubbed off on there because I've used this so much, but this was a good one, and I would definitely repurchase. I think I have. So yeah, there was a specific color in here that I really liked and went through really quick. So I ended up repurchasing the same thing, even though I didn't finish every single color. There was like a favorite color in here that I was really loving. So I did repurchase this, and it was cheap too. It was only like $3 or $4. So definitely a great deal. All right, guys, that is it. That is all my empties. I hope you guys did enjoy this. If you did, go ahead and give me a big thumbs up. And if you do enjoy content like this, I would love for you to take a moment and hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. I do new videos every single week, and I would love to have you as a subscriber. I love you guys so much. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I will see you in the next video.